Hey, Joe, are you streaming to your channel?
I should be.
I'm not sure.
I'm showing live on air, gentlemen.
All right. Yeah, we are live, everybody. Just making sure that we're streaming to all the many channels that we have. Welcome to another Sunday evening together. I feel like the fireside chats of the old FDR days here. A bunch of old guys sitting around talking
I
about
think my channel's the only one though hooked up that I see.
I think
mine. None of mine. I'm doing it now.
I
don't see.
I see mine and Eric's.
I see mine.
You see yours?
I see mine up in the corner.
Yeah, I'm live on me.
Yeah, mine were all toggled off, and I know I set them up when I joined. So hey, everybody, this is great radio.
Yeah, we're fantastic. Technical. What was the old thing we're experiencing? Technical difficulties. Please stand by. The old TV days or radio days.
Never.
We're all working now. We're all on. We're all live. Oh, I'm getting error messages and shit in the top right corner thing. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks like
mine is showing I'm on 3 different things. So
yeah.
Okay.
Right. We're good to go, guys. And we have a topic tonight.
Not a topic.
Not a topic. I know. We do have an actual topic tonight. Holy crap. But first, we got news. Joe just came back from a certain place and got certain rumors and news confirmed. And want to share with the group?
Was it a top secret?
Formerly top secret. I just got back from the Philadelphia area gaming expo page this weekend, and I'm exhausted. I am lucky I'm here at all. But there was a seminar, the Greyhawk seminar, and it was the beans were spilled in a room full of people. So I think it's safe to say I can say it that there is going to be an official Greyhawk book coming out.
Yes.
From WotC, and not just a not just a DMs Go thing, but they're actually going to publish it themselves with Luke as a thing, and hopefully the start of a whole series of stuff. So it's gonna.
I tell you,
promises to be a grittier thing, but it is going to be 5e. So there are parallel rumors that still remain unconfirmed in another realm. 3 different versions of the 1E rumors are completely still up in the air, but the Greyhawk thing was bandied about in public by thems as should know. So the idea is, I think that they're going to do a 5e Greyhawk book. WotC's going to publish it.
Wow.
And, woohoo, Greyhawk! I'm all for it.
Now, what's Luke's involvement level, Joe? Do you know at all? Any idea?
As far as I know, he's very involved in the design process. Okay. So, it's going to be. I don't think they have enough. Obviously, it has not been officially announced yet, and all still subject to change. So who the hell knows? But yeah, it's happening.
Wow, that's cool.
Hopefully,
that's very cool. Yeah, excellent, man. Any other news, guys? It's been a couple of weeks. Anything anybody wanted to yak about? Something fun, something cool?
Oh, wait a minute. I got a fun, cool thing.
Part
Greyhawk Ragnar's going to be the one with all the show and tell.
Yeah.
Really, I'm stealing your shtick. But I've got my.
Oh, it's right. Yes.
My Kickstarter is live now.
Yes,
it is for the final Adventures Dark and Deep rule book for many years. The Book of Fell Wisdom. It's got new character classes, new optional rules. The Kickstarter is live now. You can go to kickstarter.brwgames.com to support it. It has already raised 6 times the goal, so it is going great guns. Please be a part of it. You can get the hardcover book. It is done. It is written. I actually have it in my hot little hands, and all your dollars are going to pay to get art and editing done. So,
nice.
Please do that. This is the last one I'm going to be doing, and maybe 10 years from now I might have enough inspiration to do another one, but for now I'm gonna this represents the capstone of the whole project. So please do become a part of it.
Very cool.
Aren't you going to be a guest on a certain live stream at some point?
So true. I am going to be a guest on your very live stream next Wednesday.
There we go. I was just
that's the real news.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a guest.
We're gonna
on,
crush the streams yet again.
on which one is that? You have so many live streams. What-
Yeah,
That,
right.
that is the first live stream, the longest running live stream, Talking Crit.
Talking
Nice.
Grit.
Very good.
I will be on Talking Grit on Wednesday, talking
Very good,
about
good.
my thing,
And-
about the Kickstarter, amongst other. I'm sure other topics may come up. But,
Oh, never.
I will have that book to hand every possible moment I could.
Good. Well, you should.
Nice. I'm gonna drop for 20 seconds, guys. There's error messages here. I'm gonna drop relink back in. I don't know what's going on, but it's just I'm getting weird errors. So I'll be right back. Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah.
As we wait for Joe to. There we go. our Joe is dropped. Now we got the. See, if you lose one Joe, you got to double up on.
Now I gotta crash down because I'm cut off here.
Yes. To put the weight of the show on your shoulders.
Wait, I can do this here. But yeah, Page was fun. That's
Good.
all I'm gonna say. Page,
That's
I had a fun time at Page. That's enough said.
I think I think the Star Wars stuff was really cool.
Well, yeah.
And they had a life-size owlbear.
Yeah.
Walking around. It was.
Oh, it was actually moving.
Yeah. No,
Oh, I thought the thing was stationary, just a photo op thing.
There's a video on I posted on Facebook. There's a video of it walking around, and it was really, really cool to see.
Are you still full of errors there?
I still get an error message, but it's weird. It's in the top right corner. It shows all the channels that are here. There's a weird little square with like a exclamation point in it around the triangle. But before, I was not able to see, hovering over the little eyeball, how many we have from each channel.
All right.
I can only see my own.
I just looked. Yours is going right now live. Eric's is going live, and Joe Blocks is going.
Well, now I see all 10 that we're streaming on. Before I couldn't, but I still have the error message. So who the fuck knows? It's a restream weird thing, I guess. So.
And let's just call it 907. I am demonetized. Okay, thanks, Joe.
What I say?
Oh, who needs which of us is here for monetization? And by the way, Ryan, thank you for the kind words. I do appreciate it.
I don't even know what the fuck I said. What did I say?
That.
Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
As long as the F-bomb isn't in the first 2 minutes, you're good.
So we got the buffer zone out of the way.
I have live streams with Bad Mike and many others, and they swear like sailors that rolled over and became New York City cops.
And actually, in all reality, also Joe Block, technically, you showing yourself drinking a beer on your live will get you demonetized.
Really?
Yes, alcohol consumption publicly on YouTube will get you demonetized.
Fortunately, this is just
water, tequila flavored water. So
I know not what
it's YouTube. You know what I mean? What do you expect?
No. So, by the way, hey, I do have something to show off.
All right.
So, I don't know if you've seen this, and I'll show you the bottle in a second. Dragon's Milk. This is the D&D licensed Black Dragon edition. It is.
It's a booze?
It's a booze. I'll show you the bottle of the booze, by the way. So I had to open it up.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Limited though, Eric, to 3,600 bottles.
Right. The red one came out last year. That's going for if you can find it, 600. This is $160 bourbon, aged in mead. I had a little sip, and it is. It has great notes when you sniff it. It has 100 proof, so I can tell you what it tastes like when you put it to your lips. It tastes like 100 proof. But after the 100 proof burns off a little bit, you can taste the honey. You can get some apple flavor,
nice.
and you're like,
oh man,
holy shit! So my friend Brian is one of the original gamers in my group. He saw
Good friend
this.
to have.
Yes, Brian was like, dude, I got something for you. I'm like, this is yesterday. I'm like, okay, when can I drop it off? I'm like, well, I'm in the Poconos. I should be home around 4:00. Sure enough, 4:00, he's like, you home? How was your trip? I'm like, good. All right, I'll be there I'll be there around 5. And sure enough, he's like, he wrapped it up in Christmas wrapping, which was very sweet. And then told me I had to open it there and then. So
Cool.
yeah, so this is very cool, and it comes. I should have had it here. It comes with a little pourer for the spout of a dragon's head. So
Oh,
when you
cool.
pour it out, your dragon is literally spitting. Should be a black dragon, right? So it's like acid, perfect, but it doesn't taste like acid. It tastes really good. For those that don't know, I do appreciate a fine whiskey. I don't drink it a lot, but when I do, gotta be good.
Very good, man. Very
Good.
cool.
And what is Joe the lawyer drinking? Looks like something like schnapps or something thicker.
Oh, this is just tequila flavored water. That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
It's not for the YouTube algorithm master. It's just tequila.
Well,
flavored
give me a
water.
second. I'm going to switch to Pepsi. 1 second.
Pepsi. We've scared Joe away. He's going joining AA now. Jesus Christ. What do you got going, Don?
Yeah, this is full of. This will be full of Pepsi in a second.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
What are you drinking, Don?
Very cool.
What am I drinking?
Yeah.
Just iced tea.
Oh, okay. All right.
I had a rum and coke.
Long Island iced tea, perhaps.
Oh,
No, actually, just a straight iced tea. I had a rum and coke earlier.
nice.
So
All right.
And we did get some concern. Everything's cool, Don, from the last time.
okay, let me explain what's going on here.
Yeah.
I'll keep it really brief and simple. What happened is the Friday before our live stream, I was put on new meds by my doctor, and I had a real bad reaction to them. So, I mean, I even freaked my wife out. That was her coming in the room that night. So they got me off the med, and they got me on a different med, and I'm fine. Okay. So my apologies.
No,
you guys weren't that boring.
Okay.
You didn't put me to sleep.
we were worried, and I'm just glad you're okay. But I know some of the other people who are watching and reach out to me, like, what happened?
Yeah, I had a bunch of people reach out to me. I appreciate everybody who reached out.
Yeah. My brother told me that, and he told his sons, he goes, Joey's YouTube is so fucking boring, he put his guests to sleep. So I got my family was busting my balls for
got your balls busted.
I can see your brother saying that too. I can picture his voice. Yes.
Oh, and he told both my nephews, they told my other nephews, and now we're in the group chat with just the guys, and they're all busting my chops. You suck, you're a lousy YouTuber, put everybody to sleep. So fuck this. Wasn't asleep, and then you found out the next day it was pretty serious. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. So I told them that and shamed them. So
there you go.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It was the Ned.
I was watching Freaks and Geeks last night. I don't think you're in this channel, Joe. I posted it. I think Larry Eric's in the channel, and I was watching. It's the old TV late show. 90s and set in 1980, right? And so I'm watching this show, and a couple in and. It was like that scene that you see a meme of with what's his face, the cowboy in a chair pointing, like, yes, I know that. You know whatever the hell it was from that fucking cowboy. What the hell it was, I forget. But anyway, I'm watching this show, and the geeks pulled out at the cafeteria an AD&D Dungeon Master's guide.
Oh,
and here's the thing: what I'm proud of is that I'm pointing at the screen like a lunatic, like Leonardo DiCaprio from that Tarantino movie. Right, I'm like pointing at it like this, like you're wrong, because the TV shows made in the 90s, set in 1980, and they had the orange spine book.
Oh, no.
Wrong. I got in a little bit of a deep dive about the differences between the two books, other than the cover. And one significant difference on every site, every AI, every Google search I had came up with this artwork as being different. So I figured I'd show it to you because it was like a little bit of weird ass trivia, So I thought, hey,
now we got the AV portion of our show.
Let's it. See. Yes, here it is. This is art from the book, right? That was on page 40, and it was taken off. It was a demon summoning thing. I think it was a full page art. They took it off and stuck a little thing with a wizard and skeletons or something in the bottom corner. But that was on page 40 of the original DMG. And the thing is, I have 2 copies of the OG DMG, but it's not like first printing. So you're not going to see this in there. I think maybe the first or second printing or whatever is the only one that had it.
It's the first, I think, that only had it.
It's the first printing, yeah. A little bit of trivia that I found out in a deep dive last night watching watching that show. So, what the hell, A little interesting bit of geek trivia for us all, for Trivial Pursuit.
Oh no, not the D&D Trivial Pursuit game.
Yeah, I used to like that, man. Bad Mike loved that shit whenever I broke it out back on the live streams. Oh, it was great because I have D&D Trivial Pursuit, and then I got a second edition version of D&D Trivial Pursuit, just second edition D&D. So
Oh,
I
the
got
original. That's cool. It's not
the
Trivial Pursuit, the D&D trivia game.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been told by my old gaming group. Well, we got together this past every June, July. We get together, and we did it for like 20 minutes, and then I was told I can no longer play it.
Oh, it sounds like a challenge. It's right over there, man. I could get my lazy ass up and pick it up and challenge you later.
We have topics for tonight, and by the way, I'm the only active gamer still in my old gaming group. All right, so I'm with people here. I mean, if Joe Block doesn't kick my ass in a 1E trivia game, there's an issue. And that will only be because he will be confusing his own version
Likely.
with it. That was the only way I would win. And even that wouldn't probably work.
It's funny because before we get to our topics, my wife and I, we have the Star Wars Trivial Pursuit from way back when, and nobody will play with us because whichever of us gets the turn, we will just run the table and get all of our pie wedges.
Nice.
And if we play as a team, people just no, we're done.
Tapping out. Yeah. That's funny.
They're ringers, I tell you, they're ringers.
We really are.
But
That's
we
what you get when you marry somebody you met in the Star Trek fan club.
Yeah, that's a good start to it, dude. That's a good start to it right there, man. You know what? One really quick thing. I got something in the mail here. A little bit of swag and a little bit of promotion for a friend. Tim Shorts of Gothridge Manor has yet another little. You've subscribed to his Patreon, guys. All right, has another NPC card here that he puts out.
Oh, very cool.
And he has mini zines. This is a Rats. I just literally opened it. I haven't looked at it yet. A Rats zine. I guess that's the topic du jour. There's always a little adventure in there too. Stats it up and everything. And then he has a new thing he started with magic items. He puts them in a little case here. So and these are a Shadow Dark. So we a little Shadow Dark. Now these are all free if you subscribe to his Patreon. But if you
free in PDF,
free in PDF, yes, correct. Yeah. But if you want them, I think it's $5 a month or whatever, and all this shit gets mailed to you. So
nice.
There you go. Yeah, so a little promo a friend who's not here. So
right.
There you go.
I'm gonna address a comment and then we can do our little deep dives. Again to my skivvies first. Blood in the Sands at 10 Cars Tavern. How can we watch you run a game and show us how to put into practice all these lessons you've been teaching us? Well, first off, you're not going to see all those lessons because, like any toolbox, you use the tools that fit you and fit the job at hand. And not everything is going to fit. So if you look at the stuff that I'm putting out and you go, I'll never remember all this, don't worry about it. Use the one thing that's most important for you in your campaign at the time and add another one when you feel comfortable. As for me running games online, Joe and I, this Joe, used to swear we would never do so because we would be, I don't know, unpersoned or whatever. And then we actually did do 2 games online with our gaming group, including Shadow Dark. And Kelsey directs people to look at our video to see how to play Shadow Dark.
Weren't you guys, though, doing an online game for a while?
Yes, but we weren't doing it as broadcasting it.
Well, that was my game, yeah. But Tim and we were doing games online. Tim Shorts from Gothridge Manor, he was doing a regular Monday game for a long time. And then people would alternate in and out. That was fun. It was a fun time. Christopher jumped in. I think he's running some now. But I plan on starting one up right after North Texas. Hopefully with some of these guys here might want to join in with my own game system. So
and
I know Joe refuses to play online. He goes, it's the antithesis of his everything about he believes in the universe.
Shadow Joe or Joe Dark? What are you calling it?
What's that?
Is it Shadow Joe or Joe Dark?
No, a Shadow. What am I ass? Right now, this is the Joe's old school 5e hack.
It's formerly known as Blood Island.
Yeah. Right.
But I am aiming to run probably a one shot in March. And why March? Because I've got cons in February, April, 2 in June. So I'm thinking March might be doable. But pay attention to the postings that you can post on YouTube. To pay attention to that. I'll mention it on one of the videos or more, but pay attention. I'll let you see. Maybe open to members. It may be more of a goof than anything, but we'll see.
All right. So why don't somebody introduce the topic while I take a leak? I'll be right back.
Hold on a second. You'll get wait. He's gonna go. He throws the responsibility at here. And by the way, if you've ever worked in the military, which these two have, or in paramilitary, like I have, the moment they ask for a volunteer, everybody takes a step back. It really does happen. Or somebody gets pushed forward.
Or Jerry asked, does anybody in the platoon know how to operate heavy equipment?
Oh, no, don't know nothing about operating no heavy.
I used to give them all time with that one.
Yeah, no, Jesus.
That is not my rules as written game. Tabletop tap.
No, you can call it Adventures Joe and Lawyer. How about that?
Yeah, here you go. AJL.
Hey, not too bad. All right, well, Miss Your Lawyer, as you are the host of this live stream,
we have a special topic tonight. The topic is Joe's point of view. Joe the Lawyer is right, and the rest of these guys are wrong. That is the title. The subcaption of the topic is storytelling in the new editions, and did it kill exploration? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? We all did a video on that topic this past Friday.
We did,
and Joe Blocks blew the fuck up. What are you up to 1 million views now, man?
I don't know why mine suddenly just went all over the place, but yes, it did, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yeah, we all did a video, and I listened to most of all of them. I didn't get everybody's in. It was a quick run to the story, put one on, kind of stuff. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm at 10,566. I don't think that's like.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. Wow.
That for me.
Viral.
Yeah, that is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th best ever.
Yeah,
but that's after like 2 days.
It just came out on Friday.
It's been going up and up. Every time I check the dashboard, it was for the first 6 hours. This is your number 5 video. Now it's my number 2 video in the last 30 days or whatever.
I just like to refresh the interface and watch the little fireworks come up. I love that.
That's funny. Yeah, geek shit.
Very cool.
But anyway, who wants to start with their POV? Who wants to lay it out? Anybody have a burning desire? If not, I'll give it a shot.
Do it to it.
Go ahead, man.
So my take on the whole thing is that storytelling with 5e, and I read a whole section of the 5e DMG, just to start it off, and he talks about it. DM, you're a storyteller, blah, blah, blah. And people would have a point of view of, stories happen in D&D, but that's not what 5e and the later editions are pushing. I think we can pretty much all agree on the fact that 5e and the later editions push that you are creating stories ahead of time, not emergent storytelling. The stories happen, right? Like in the DM's brain by coalescing his world and the 98-page backstories that his players write, which are short novellas, and basically they're sort of tracking from the beginning. Here's kind of where I want to start and where I want to be here and what I want to do at the end and how I want this thing to end. And it's like, well, you're outlining it, and whether the DM and or the players with collaboration or not, they're outlining like what's going to happen. And it may not be a railroad in a sense that every step is designed, but there's a beginning and an end already planned out from the very beginning. And that's how they're viewing storytelling versus how most old schoolers view storytelling as something that emerges from play. Now, the counter to that was when you look. Actually, let me hit on that first. I mean, that's one first part of the topic. What do you guys think of that?
Well, we got a question there. From Tabletop Tap Room, and hey, didn't storytelling come in with Ravenloft? No, it actually came in with Dragonlance.
Dragonlance, yeah.
Much as I love the novels of Dragonlance, the modules really suffer from. Eric, you're making me dizzy with your background flashing in and out.
Flashing,
I'll try to close out some.
Okay. Give Rachel a heads up in case she's walking by or something with the skivvies.
I was trying to close out. I was trying to close out some tabs, and I think my camera was having issues.
but with the Dragonlance adventures, they were just complete railroads because there were 12 of the damn things, and if you didn't do what you were supposed to do in an earlier one, everything just reset at the beginning of the next one.
Yeah.
But also, in the defense of that, though, Joe, I think the reason why that happened is because the Dragonlance modules were really catered to carry after the Dragonlance Chronicles.
Well, absolutely. No, I'm not. You're absolutely right, but I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not at all.
It's one thing to have a novel, a series of novels that are wonderful. I love those novels. Although I tried to read them last year, it's like it feels like it's like 5-point type, and I literally couldn't read the letters. I know, but
old age.
What happens if Raceland dies at the end of DL1? Well, he's just back. He's back there in DL2.
Yeah,
it's not that's not a game,
right? It means your players' actions, their successes, their failures, your players' skill is irrelevant.
Right.
Yeah.
You're in a theme. You're in a theme park ride, is what you are.
Right.
There's no stakes, and there's no reward for good play.
Mm-hmm.
It is the definition of a railroad. You're on the ride, and as soon as you start playing the first module, the bar comes down in front of you, and you're just going through the thing.
Yep. No matter what you do, you're gonna be shoved back. Basically, that's all it is.
And the thing is, once your players know that their actions are irrelevant, you're gonna get one or two things: they're not going to care, or they're gonna metagame and go, "Oh, well, we gotta follow the story." But either one is not a game. One is, lazy players playing a lazy dungeon or a lazy adventure, and the other one is we'll improv the script, and that's not D&D.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And Tabletop Taproom has another great question. You want to bring it up, Joe?
If railroads are so bad, if railroads are so bad, why have there been so many railroads and RPG modules over
that
the years?
is the salient question around this. This is the question that underpins the topic.
I think
I think that answer is easy.
It's a bunch of failed story writers working for Wizards of the Coast.
That's a huge part of it, but it's easier to write a railroad than it is to write something that's open-ended for your players, where the DM can improv, the players can go off script. A railroad is, at best, it's like playing a solitaire adventure from Tunnels and Trolls back in the day. Right. Everything is programmed.
But I think there's a bigger reason. I mean, all these are, the root kernel of all reasons when it comes to a corporation is money, right? And so if right now, damn well there's a DM shortage, and the best, the most experienced DMs are us, old people, right? And so the newer DMs coming into it with the Dungeons and Dragons craze that hit 10 years ago with 5th edition and all the Stranger Things and Big Bang Theory and all that shit, the Critical Role, everybody wanted to play all of a sudden. And so if you're introducing 6 players of D&D and there's not enough DMs, somebody's have to step up and be the DM. Now, if you want to step up and have a DM, fill that role, any random person is going to be challenged with any edition of the game if they're brand new to it. So let's try to make it as easy as we can. We'll give them fucking railroads to do, and it doesn't.
It lowers the bar.
It does. It does not discourage new DMs, and therefore you're going to keep more players. But they think that this is what D&D actually is, because that's all they've been spoon-fed by Wizards of the Coast. Most of them don't know there's older editions.
But the thing is, that's because of the newer generation of gamers.
Yes.
Also.
Yes.
Right. But remember, it's not just the newer generation. This happened in 1984 or 83, I think. And Shark, you actually anticipated my answer, so I'll get to you in a second.
Right. Well, you're saying it happened back in the 80s, certainly. But the rest of the stuff that TSR was putting out was still very open-ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once they started, they got most of their money from novels, then you started seeing novels turn into dungeons and into adventures. And that's the key, because At that point, they were dominating the New York Times bestseller list for crying out loud.
Mhm.
That's why they had to change what the list, how the list was done. To take
Right,
them out.
and you follow the money.
Yeah.
And that Shark is exactly right when he says, where is it? There are many people that love story games and railroads. Many players are just fine with being held by the hand. Yes, you're right. That lowers the bar to entry to the game.
Yep.
And if you're doing stuff that is easy for people, then you're going to get more people to do it. That's the thing. I personally think that lowering the bar and catering to the lowest common denominator hurts the game, because the game that I came into, and the game that I think all four of us came into in the late 70s or early 80s, was a more challenging game, and
it was
more fun to me.
We had to translate Gary Gygax's language, for God's sakes. I mean,
Oh,
that alone.
And you didn't have
That's
the
kind of
internet.
point,
You had to get a dictionary,
You had to get a
or
dictionary. You
figure
Google,
it out from the context. It's like, oh,
no Googling. You had to look at a dictionary what milieu was.
But that was the point of my video, was the fact that the D&D that we grew up with is far different than D&D that's being played today.
Which is the entire point. Yeah.
Yes. And one of the biggest problems with players today is, it's just what I see in local gaming shops is players want to be able to have very powerful characters very early on.
Yeah.
They want lots of bells and whistles with their characters very early on, and they do not respond well if their player ends up dying, or even if their player is able to die in the game, because the DM is afraid to kill the character, even if the player is doing something that it'll be their fault to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said in my video, D&D is about, the DM, lets the players pretty much open-endedly should be able to do whatever they want. And if like I said in my videos, if Eric's the DM and Joe Block and me and Joe the lawyer are playing the game, and Joe Block does something ignorant, sets off a trap and teleports him away, me and Joe the lawyer have a question. Do we look for Joe Block, or just say screw him and continue off the game?
Leroy Jenkins.
That's right. And the thing is, these days though, they're afraid to do that type of stuff, I think.
And I think the reason that people do prefer, because that was a good point. People do prefer railroads. They prefer playing story games, and the reason is because you're guaranteed a success.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're playing a story and you know how the story ends, and you know you're part of that story, you know you're going to win. And D&D is not a game that is meant to be won. It is meant to be played. It is meant to be experienced.
yes.
And people today, not everybody, obviously, this is generalizations, but the reason people today want those stories that are defined at the very beginning, and you're just going on the ride, and you're going through it's a small world after all, and you're going to see all the different little things, is because they know they're going to be successful at the end. They're going to make it to the end, and they're going to be able to see the end, and they're going to be the big heroes at the end. They want to live. They want to experience a novel.
Well,
And that's what modern D&D lets them do.
I forget the new class that's been created, but I guess WotC just announced that there is a new class where the player character can have a god as a pet.
What? Jesus Christ! What?
Yes. Literally, the player character can start off with a god as a pet.
Is this like a petty god? Because I was published.
I made a comment on it while you guys do. I'm gonna look this. I'm gonna see if I can find this damn thing.
Oh,
let me see here.
Yeah, that's a good Magnum. You said something that's interesting there.
No, that's great. Yeah.
So just recently explored AD&D 1E. I can attest that it's very difficult to shift the mindset from a story-based play to adventure-based play. Now we talked about not adventure-based, we said exploration-based game, right? But it's kind of the same thing. Adventure, exploration, it's all part of the same thing. Now, my take on exploration was that a lot of people, I can only speak from what I do, and this is where I came in and I said exploration isn't the answer, and you could say adventuring if we want to call it that too, because so many people who adopt old school tropes do it in such a Mr. Spock logic, black and white way that it's like everything is emergent. Therefore, you don't need to do anything as a DM in terms of back history, old story, the history of the world going forward. I firmly
Oh,
believe
no,
that.
I don't agree with that at all.
I think a lot of old school guys do, though. I think there's this black and white almost religion of you must do it in a certain way, and emergent storytelling is what happens, obviously, from what's happening with the players. But my belief is that you as a DM need to, if you're in the world, you need to know the world's history going back, whatever, and at least going forward like 5 years, because the history you gotta look at it like this. I think the history of the world is, if the players weren't in this world, the PCs weren't there, what would happen? You have to know that. And then you have to break it down into the various regions and countries and towns and villages and blah, 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 right? And so if you have that, then you have the context for exploration.
Well,
you have
just
the context for adventuring. And I think there's a lot of black and whiteism out there, but people come to the OSR and they read these books, or they watch a blog or some stupid idiot doing a video about it, doesn't know anything about it. And they think that you could just keep doing hex crawls and random encounters and random dungeons that don't connect, and then you write the story that comes from that. Somehow the DM is going to connect this encounter, this monster, and this hex crawl with that adventure place. Try to find some bullshit to string it all together and like.
I don't think that. Just because you have emergent storytelling does not mean that you don't have a setting and a context for it, because story comes from setting.
I agree.
I don't think that emergent storytelling necessarily means everything's random crap.
And that's what I wanted to make sure I got across in the video, because so many people do come in thinking that emergent storytelling means nothing in the past matters and the present's irrelevant, because you could backwrite the present from what happens in the future.
Not necessarily, but I do believe that you can over prep in the OSR, and you can get material that's never going to be explored. Should there be something that you can plant the history of the world in? Certainly. But there should be stuff that the players themselves can reach out and grab onto, because that's what's going to be where the emergent stuff is going to be.
Yeah.
My 2,000 years of backstory, if I've got 2,000 years of backstory, it better fit in 2 pages, not 2,000. Yeah. Okay? Because the players are not going to ever find out, unless it's through adventuring, the nitty-bitty gritty pieces, at which point you expand upon those. So I think Joe and I are, Joe the lawyer and myself are diametrically opposed on the alignment of prep.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So just, and by the way, I've known Joe for well over a decade. He's one of my best friends in the world, and yet we're diametrically opposed on the idea of prep for your sessions and campaigns. Yeah. So you can differ in opinion, folks, and still be solidly in the OSR. I appreciate Joe's approach. I had fun playing under Joe's approach. It's just not my approach when I DM.
And Aaron says 2,000 years of backstory only matters if it affects the players. I don't agree, because I think that 2,000 years of backstory can help the DM. Number one, if you're going to write and publish a setting, you need it, right? The more you have, the better. And number two, it helps the game be better, both for the DM and for the players, because there's more to riff off of when you are improvising, because no matter how much you prep, you're fucking improvising. I spent 4 hours prepping yesterday.
That affects the players.
And that affects the players, but it's not only
what he's saying,
It's not only for the players,
the class
and for the betterment of the campaign overall. And
the class can affect players too, because the class I'm talking about, I found it, by the way.
Okay.
It's called it's a subclass called the Vestige Patron Warlock. It's been recently revealed Unearthed Arcana Mystic subclasses playtest January 2026. It says this subclass is designed around the pact with a dying or forgotten god who travels with you in a weakened vestige form, aiding you in battle.
It's like a familiar that you call a god.
That's something that would be really cool if one person had it.
But everybody's going to want to play that character.
If there are thousands of these weakened, dying gods running around, that destroys it. But it would be great as a unique idea. But doing that as a class available to everybody loses the point. It becomes less unique. And
my comment in the group under that was that, too powerful a classes is unfair to the DM, And a lady commented on my post and said, "You're just afraid that a player can kick your ass in D&D as a DM." And I told her, I said, "I'll tell you what, I'll let you have 5 of those classes. I'll give you a lesson on old school D&D within 1 hour of playing at my table, and you will walk
Yeah,
away
really.
with
What the hell?
Yeah.
And thank you,
You know?
Tabletop Tab Room. That's a great compliment. My
There you go.
brother's envious right now because he's a Tolkien nut. I am pretty much a modern Tolkien without the creative languages. That's kind of how I look at it. And maybe the Tolkien mold of reading it when I was 14 or whatever put that into my head that I must have a world. But I've always looked at it like the world setting first. It's like Player's Handbook right here. One of the first things, setting first. Everything else comes secondary to setting.
I agree with that.
You know? And so
I-
that goes back to exploration or adventuring has to be within a context of a setting with a back history and a history going forward to make it meaningful. Because when it's meaningful, there's more immersion. Otherwise, you're just playing a fucking video game. You know?
Well, I don't know. There are different approaches to creating setting, right? You don't always have to have every little corner of the world described.
Agreed.
At the beginning of the game.
Absolutely agreed.
The other approach is you just have you start with the village and the dungeon and the immediate area, and then you fill it out, you flesh it out as the campaign grows. There's the bottom up and the top down. Those are the two basic approaches. Gary actually did an article about that in Polyhedron, like Polyhedron 24 or something like that. Where you describe the two approaches. That's one of the few polyhedrons I kept because it's such a great article.
You know, here's the weird thing about it. I could probably say the best the best DM I ever had in a long run campaign, more than a one shot or something like that. It's Tim Shorts. He taught me a shit ton, right? And I played several years with different characters over in his campaigns. And a lot of this stuff is centered around this village called Houndshead in the Comor Forest, and at the time he had this much designed, right? Like 10 miles around the Comor Forest,
right?
And the village, and that's it, right? And my approach mentally is, okay, I need to find somebody who has the map of the entire world, and I could trace out all the political affiliations in the countries and the borders and the history and blah, 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 so I can eventually get to 50th level and rule the whole world. Right, that's my goal in D&D always, and every fucking character I've ever had. So I need to know all this shit. And I asked early on, I asked Tim these questions, you know, about, well, what's the big city nearby? He goes, it's up here, and he has a name. I said, well, do I know anything about it? No. And I never will, because we're never going there. Because if you take more than 5 steps to the Comor Forest, goddamn Tarrasque kills you. You know what I mean? It's just the way the sitting is. So the bottom line is, I had a fucking blast in his world, which is definitely what you're describing, Joe. Start with the village and expand outwards.
Right.
They're
both perfectly valid approaches.
Yeah. I agree. There's so many comments. I hope someone's keeping track. As I'm talking, I missed.
Oh no. I'm reading them, folks. By the way, I am reading your. If I'm silent, I'm with it's a room of 4 very verbose people on your screen right now. So, but I have been reading the comments, and the comments are literally spot on.
I agree.
They don't agree with each other, but like we're all telling you, there is not one. Like, when we go like, there's only one true path. No, the true path is the one that works for you as the DM, whether it's bottom up, top down, some combination of the two. What works best for you? Again, my brain is wired differently than Joe's or Don's. We're all going to approach things differently. And if you try to force me to run a game like Joe the lawyer, or force Joe to run a game like me, you're not going to have a fun experience because the DM's not going to be having a fun experience.
Yeah.
All right. But I played in Joe's game for
2 years.
2 years, and I had I played a gnome priest, which is not my strong point. But I had a fucking blast. There, if we weren't demonetized, I'm going to probably repeat that word a few times to get us to the point where you two go. You said it too many times.
Yeah.
But did Joe run it like I would run it? No. But if he had tried to, it would have been boring as hell for me because that's not.
Everybody has a different interpretation.
And it wasn't for all players. There were players who had to leave or didn't come back. Right? I mean, it's not my style. It's not for all players. You got to find the DM with the group that matches. Like I know my brother last night. If I'm playing in his game because his style is so much like mine, I tend to be a dick and try to take things over and figure all the different bits and pieces, and it ruins the fun for everybody. So I just don't do it anymore, because I can't control myself, I guess. But if I could play in somebody like Tim's game, because there is no overarching thing to try to figure out and take control of in the world, right? So it's a different kind of a thing. I don't think, like, I played in Rob Connolly's campaign for a bit, a couple different types, and it was fun, but I could feel myself going there a lot, and I didn't want to, because I just wanted to enjoy the campaign. I knew it would be only a couple months, so I don't have to worry about it. Whereas my brothers, I'm in it for a 4-year long haul, right?
You wanted to kill the emperor of the what is it, the world emperor, the emperor of Veridistan, and take over. So
yeah, I want it to be. I want, that's my end goal for all my PCs, right? So
I saw him this weekend. He
just said he got back through the snow and everything else. So yeah, made it back in time. I was wondering if you were going to get, well, because he had a shorter drive than you, and I know you had a. When did you come back, man?
I left at 3. I got home at 5.
That's not bad.
2 hours.
The snow only got bad in like the last 20 minutes coming home.
Yeah.
So
what are you guys' temps like?
That's cool.
Yeah, we're getting negative 35 here.
Jesus, fuck,
With wind chill,
negative 35.
What hellhole do you live in, dude? Where are you at?
Michigan, we got an Arctic hit on us.
Yeah,
God
that's a hellhole, all right.
You go outside and take a piss in that weather, it freezes midair.
It was 2 inches from your dick.
God, man. I think that we're all in agreement on 2 things. Wizards of the Coast's approach, where you kind of craft a story up front and then fulfill it, sucks. And we're in agreement that exploration is good in context, but there's many ways to skin the cat, I think. Right? Some more detail, some less detail, but within context. I think we can all agree with that. Exploration without context is just picking up a random module at Walden Books back in the day, running it with no connection to anything else ever. Right? I mean, that's just that's what you do when you're 13. You don't know any better. But we don't do this anymore. Not think anybody does, but I fear that people coming into the old school scene from 5e just read the tropes and they see that, and that's not how it is. It's not how it is.
No, I mean, the OSR is a much wider community and many different styles of play. Not everybody is running a what is it, the I'm gonna run a Marches campaign. Everybody break out your watch and make sure that you got your time marked, because we're gonna be taking a break for the next 72 hours and 43 minutes, and we're gonna mark that off. Most games aren't that, okay?
No.
I know there's YouTube videos all about that. Most games are not.
That's the whole Broasard thing, isn't it?
Yes.
So it sounds like we have kind of shifted in the discussion from is storytelling or better to.
Well, are you saying that we just like hex crawled in the wrong direction and now the DM has to get us back on track?
Wait, I just.
I know you're valid. You're valid. Yes.
I'm just pointing out that we're
going into the swamp. Do you really want to go into the marsh? Are you prepared for this? Did you bring the proper equipment? Do you have any flotation devices for your material that's going to get like soaking wet, or do you want to go back to where you intended to go? By the way,
the Everton window of the conversation is
right.
pointing out. Is it?
Yeah,
Solo 67 seems to have a beef with what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I'm seeing these too. Are we missing the? Yeah. No. So first, you started off with a comment. Oh God, are we gatekeeping how games are meant to be?
Yeah.
Now?
Let's go back to the gatekeeping thing, please. I love that conversation.
Yeah.
We did that a few weeks ago. We don't have to go back to that one.
But now he's saying that are we missing the let's have fun aspect of gaming?
Yeah, I'm not sure where everybody's telling you not to play the game you want to play it. So, so what? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, the thing is I think he's missing the point here. Is he's saying, are we missing the let's have fun aspect? No, we're not, because Solo 67, you can play your game any way that you want.
Yeah.
What we're saying is there's no wrong way to play D&D. It's just there is a good way that each one of us in this video right now prefer it. You may like it in one way for your table. As long as your players are having fun, enjoying themselves, then go for it. That's the whole point of D&D.
Right. And interestingly, Joe and I have exactly the same approach to a campaign. We just go at it differently because he goes at it by creating all those enormous levels of detail. I go into it by researching into the levels of detail that already exist for the Greyhawk campaign. So
Yeah.
we actually have the same approach, because I'm very sure you could riff and improvise on your campaign just as deeply and go and dig deeply into the lore as I could for Greyhawk. It's just you wrote yours, and I'm researching what others have wrote.
And I'm writing. I'm in the process.
Same idea.
Right? But I got a Shark is calling me out on something here, which is different because we always pretty much agree. I think there's a misunderstanding, Shark. Exploration, torches, poles, and supplies are very important. Modern gamers have gotten rid of all that, and the game has suffered. I'm not saying that that's not important. I'm saying that exploration within context is more meaningful and therefore more fun, for me at least. And I think the more people experience it, they would realize it's more fun that way too.
Well, that's just it. I don't think exploration means a vacuum.
Right.
Yeah, agree.
I don't think exploration means it happens in a vacuum.
I agree. And as to the torches, poles, and supplies are important and all that stuff. Last night in my campaign, in my game, my brother and Pete came over. We're sitting there, had a few, and I prepped like a motherfucker, thinking, "Oh my god, I won't have enough." And it turns out we didn't get to 5% of what I did because they spent an hour and a half figuring out what they're gonna do to get into the fucking hole. All right, it was a lost sewer behind something, and they had the torches, the poles, the supplies. They hired hirelings for the first time ever. My brother hasn't hired hirelings in 41 years of D&D. He had to, go find some people though, and so we spent an hour and a half just doing that. So I absolutely agree.
Apparently, we're being so serious.
Yeah.
Us serious? Holy shit!
Apparently, we are being so serious, and Solus is here to correct us.
Well, and listen, I will say this, because I would rather have emergent story playing happening from a world that is created and defined to one extent or another than storytelling happening where, as a player, my actions are irrelevant because in the end, the story trumps the experience.
Right.
Okay, but there's a point to be made real quick here about Solus. Solus seems to be getting a little irritated. And I think that is a good analogy that goes into modern D&D, and that is, I want it my way. Do not disagree with me.
Yeah.
And if you disagree with me and don't give me what I want, then I'm going to get a little bit miffed. And that's my point about seeing that at other game shops when 5e games are playing. Arguments will start. And they'll be like, well, I need this. You're not giving it. I've literally heard the statement, I need that. Why am I not getting it? And it's like, buddy, because it's maybe not in right now available, or maybe you haven't found it yet.
Here, I'll give my quick. I ran Swords and Wits Relight, an OSR game, at a game store out in Long Island a couple of years ago. But when we lost our private room because the store changed locations, we had to play in public. You play in public, you got to take walk-up players. Okay. Well, I have a player walk up, and he's like, "What are you playing?" "Oh, playing old school D&D." "Oh, cool. Can I join in?" I'm like, "All right, young 20s. It should have been a warning sign, maybe, young 20s. But, yeah, all right. And he sits down and goes, "All right, I have my halfling fighter named Booger Butt, whatever. He has wings and flies. Oh, and I got this magic sword that does XYZ. I wasn't listening. I just said, "No, you don't. No, you aren't. And what do you mean?" "Well, this is what I always play." I go, "No, you got to roll up a new character. But I want wings." "I don't think we're the table for you, young man." Now that is, and I'm gonna say it, that is the mentality of a lot of 5e players, because when you're doing storytelling, you want to tell your story too. My story is about my winged halfling with my magic sword who always kicks ass.
Yeah.
And and the DMs will often allow that so long as their story is the primary pusher of it. Again, OSR is more or less emergent storytelling happening in a living world. And for a world to be living, it has to have background. It has to have a beginning and an end. It has to. You can't have emergent storytelling without it just something being built off of, because then otherwise you just have, you're just building dungeons like I did when I was in my teens, bored at a family gathering with my Dungeon Master's Guide, rolling out random dungeons for my party to go through.
Well, and again,
before we go on, guys, the comments are getting heated, and you guys have to knock it off, or we're going to start having to silence people. So just
because the thing is, the whole I agree 100%, because the whole thing about D&D to me is, and Solus made a point earlier about I'm paraphrasing, I'm sorry, but just a moment ago he said something about you're not paying attention or catering to your players at the table, and I agree that as a DM you want to make sure your players have fun. But also, like I said in my video, X does not always mark the spot. The princess is not always rescued. And players have to be able to cope with that. And players have to be able to adapt to the game. And that's, to me as a player, I like it when the DM throws me off what I think I'm on my rails. And they throw me off my rails. So, yeah,
that makes you... It makes the game better for me as a DM if my players zig when I expected them to zag.
Yeah, that's fun. No matter how much I prep, they're always going to do something. I have to pull bullshit out of my ass. It never ends with that, right? So yeah, that's the cool part, because I think that you prep, you get paranoid, you got everything ready to go, everything is good. They take a left turn, I thought you might take a right, or to go. Or they,
oh my god,
turn it all.
I gotta say, Peter Burmese just commented in there on my Facebook, and I just want to say hi, Pete. It has been way too long. We played in a Dark Sun game in the 90s in the Air Force, and so he's one of mine. So Pete, it's great to see you in there. Thanks for commenting. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Someone banned Solus. I don't know who the hell channel he's on. He's getting annoying. Yeah,
but the whole point about the way I learned D&D in '77 when I first started playing, and how I play, whether I'm being a DM or whether I'm a player, is I like the randomness of it. I like, you just don't know what's going to happen, and as a DM, sometimes I lay some carefully laid out plans, but I love it when players outsmart me.
As the DM, that's the fun.
Yeah.
Is having to improvise off of what half a dozen other people are doing.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the creative part of it, I think. There's all the prep you do, and that's one type of creativity, at least for me. People are like, why do you prep 10 hours for a 3-hour game? Because I enjoy it. Number one, because number two, it helps me during the game.
Also, you're not prepping 10 hours for a 3-hour game. You're prepping 10 hours for the rest of your campaign.
Exactly.
None of that prep is going to waste. It could come up 6 months later.
Exactly.
I know. You just write it for yourself, and I just read it somewhere else. That's
how I do it. That's how I do it, because I still have stuff that I've prepped for my 5th edition game that I played with 4.5 years, that ended 3 years ago, that never got used, that I'm going back to and referring to drag it into this. It never goes away. I prepped this shit 6 years ago. It's prep. It's good stuff. It's creative output for me, and I'm stealing it again. They never saw it. I'm going to use it, and I like it. Yeah. Are we still doing with comments? I'm talking.
I'm working on it.
We all good?
I think.
All right, we all good on that front then? Yeah.
I think I've figured out how to manage it.
All right, cool.
That's always a shame. Now, by the way, as an aside, I had a certain individual come on my live stream last night that kind of revealed their true colors when they started talking about my hair, woke, my dad, and my former union, the PBA, in the 90s. So I was like, I know who that is. So, trolls often come in many forms.
Well, your luscious locks do illicit comments. So.
Oh, I know they should, but they're not. Listen, I don't have the lawyer's locks yet.
No, but you're going full Ben Franklin there. So you're
that's true. It's accurate, right? Yeah. It's a full
Hey, I'm gonna fly a kite with the king.
I'm against AI art in general, boys and girls, but if somebody could get an AI Eric Tankar, Ben Franklin mashup and send it to me, I would love you.
Listen, Fugly is already on it. Okay, he'll have me on like a $5 bill or something like that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And Peter Nazarian, you're replying to Zolas. I think we kicked his ass out. So
I hope I
think he's gone. Unless he joins.
We may have the learning process.
Yeah. So the hell oh my god, we hit a record, guys. 121 current watchers right now.
Nice.
Greyhawk Grognard 48, Tankar 54, me 14, Vlog of Many Things 1. All right. Well,
you're representing there, Don. Representing.
By the way, folks, I mentioned this in the chat before, but if you're watching on my channel, Vlog of Many Things, Greyhawk Grognard, Joe the Lawyer, these are, you should be, listen, we all do good gaming content, OSR related content, opinion related content down below here. But listen, if you enjoy what we do every other Sunday, you'll enjoy what we do throughout the week.
Yeah.
So please,
Tabletop Tap Room, don't knock French wives.
Fugly, we were saying if you could get a mashup of Eric Tankar and Ben Franklin, AI mashup or in some way, I think that'd be fucking fantastic.
You know what? He might just do it by hand because
I know he's a good artist. I know.
You know, I want Fugly. I really want to see that. The OSR coloring book to come out. We are waiting for it. You know, if it goes for sale, I will make sure I put the links out everywhere so people can do their. I gotta color in Joe the Lawyer.
Now this is the last session, right? This is our last Sunday.
This is the last one with Don. I was going to say this at the end, but we can say it now. Yeah. Don, thank you very much for being part of our little soiree.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. The topics were interesting.
Well, you still have one more Friday video.
Right.
You're not fully
released.
released.
But this is the last live stream.
Right. Not fully released.
Yep. Let me see here. Yeah, we have 2 more videos, right? We're going to do them every Friday, and we got 2 more Fridays so far. We got 24th and 31st. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
we got 2 more we get done.
Those weird months. So yeah, you're with us for.
That's right. 31st.
And the next live stream, guys, will be on the 7th of January.
Right, and that will be with our mystery guest.
7th of February.
February. Did I say January or say February?
Yes, you did say. And listen, if you said 25, I probably would have missed it.
Yeah, I'm still doing that, and everything I write, and I have the right date on when I'm still doing 2025 like an idiot, you know. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Did you see the video?
What?
Check Facebook.
Oh God! Did we already get it? Did we already get a mashup? Holy shit! Oh my God! Download that and share a screen, please. This is awesome. We already got a mashup. This is fantastic. Who did this?
Hold on a second. Let me put it on. Let me open it up in a new tab and
all right. Share the screen and we'll show you the Eric Franklin. Or the
Eric
Franklin coming at you. Well, you know you really wanted it, and Fugly supplies.
There's gonna be a Ben Tankar in my next campaign somewhere. There's gonna be a Ben Tankar and Eric Franklin somewhere, man. Pop it up, Joe, and share the screen.
Yeah, hold on. I'm making it happen here. Okay, share screen and come on, make something happen.
As soon as it pops. This is good. Ben Tankar. I think Ben Tankar is better than Eric Franklin. Ben Tankar. That rolls off the tongue a little bit easier, you know.
Ben Tankar.
There we go. God. All right,
when it pops. All right, add to the scene. Come on, there we are. Ben Tankar. There he is.
There you go.
Holy shit. It really does look like him too, man. It's fantastic.
Thanks. I normally am not a fan of ChatGPT, but
that's a win.
It earned its 10,000 gallons of fresh water tonight.
Well, he uses that Patriot hat now too. You know that ridiculous Patriot hat.
The tricorn hat.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
That's enough of this. Enough of this
Oh,
frivolity.
I've been shamed.
Oh, you hath been shamed. But at least, hey, like I said, he got a lot of French babes while the revolution was going on. So
Oh, the coonskin cap just brings in the ladies.
yes.
That's-
I think we had a question for you, Joe. Fun, or I don't know, Funhouse. Wait, I'm misreading it. Jurgle. I'm not sure who he's asking this to.
I have what the
Can
Gerbil?
you talk a little bit about
your
fun?
fun to house rule.
What does that mean?
Who the hell are you talking to?
I don't know. Yeah, who are you talking to? What does it mean?
I think he's asking us talk about one of our fun house rules. Maybe more broadly, just do we have any house rules that are fun or interesting?
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, that always makes sense.
I'm trying to translate this.
You're doing a yeoman's job. Core 10 cars OSR almanac.
I don't really have any. I don't classify any
Oh.
fun house rules. I mean, I just have some basics about character creation.
Super chat for Joe Block, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, woo! Thank you so much.
Joe.
Thank you so much. It's really appreciated, Agile Monk. You're a stalwart supporter of several of us, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah. Many tips came from Joe from Agile.
The monk with the 19 decks.
Yeah. So he says yes, exactly. So name a fun house rule?
All my house rules are in Adventures Dark and Deep, so I don't really. Mine are.
That's around
published mine.
Same thing here. They're all here. They're all house rules here.
I mean, honestly, the house rules that I steal little bits of rules from all different systems.
Yeah.
Go, holy crap, that's like from Dragon Slayer, which this man's not going to like it. We already discussed it. I like the rule that a spellcaster can't memorize the same spell more than once. You gotta
bingo. That's one of mine.
Hate that rule. Fucking hate it.
But they also like that rule either,
but he also
understand it. I understand the thing, but I don't use it myself.
Right. But he also gives magic users, or arcane casters, what do you want to call them, bonus spells for having a high intelligence, just like a cleric. So
I do that too.
So if I'm a first level magic user, I'm not losing anything because I can't cast sleep twice, because normally I don't even be able to cast it once. Mm-hmm. But now I can have a more utility aimed spell. Yes. And I think that encourages
one counterbalances the other.
You know what I do for that is I do what I call a mastery spell and a signature spell. They're effectively the same thing, but the mastery spell comes from one thing and a signature comes from another. Signature is personal, whereas a mastery spell comes from your type of mage you are. But essentially means that it's always memorized, because I use the 5e prepared and prepared, and slots, right? So you have X amount of slots and you have X amount of prepared spells. You got to choose prepare. But there are 2 spells above and beyond how many you can prepare that are always considered to be prepared. And therefore, you take your sleep, your magic missile, right? They're always there. And the other 4 in your slots, you could pick the kind of fun things to mess around with. So
now there's one from I think it's from Lamentations of the Flame Princess that I thought it was a brilliant idea, but I've never really incorporated it in anything. And that's having turn undead as a cleric spell rather than a power.
I have that in my open worlds game.
I thought it was a great idea. I've never really used it because I leaned more towards the one he rules as written, but I really liked that. I thought it was very clever to do it that way.
Yeah, that's actually in my homebrew game.
Yeah,
because to me it makes better sense that a cleric, turn undead would be a spell.
And I know where it came from. It came from the and Gary actually said this, that the idea of the cleric being able to turn undead like that came from the Hammer
Empire movies, yeah.
Or of Dracula.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can see that. Definitely.
Most of my house rules aren't fun because I don't have a fun house game. They're rules that to me make sense. Like, all right, this doesn't make sense. This makes more sense. Therefore, I'm ruling it like this. They're not for the purpose of fun. They're for the purpose of realism. As much as realism you can have in a fantasy fucking RPG, right? I mean, that's where I'm aiming for. So they're not like, oh, this could be whimsical and silly, and no, that's not the kind of game I run.
So now, my default, by the way, when it comes to house rules, my house rules shouldn't take up more than one side of a sheet of paper written in blind man font size of about 15.
There we go.
All right. Joe does not agree with me on that one.
Nope.
Joe was like, once I hit 20 pages, I shrink the font.
So you don't bust my balls. Because you can never say I have 20 pages of house rules. I have 19 pages.
19 pages.
That's it.
And we still busted your balls. But now, that being said, if you're keeping track of rulings, I wouldn't count those as house rules. Those are table rulings. That is setting precedent.
Yeah.
A lot of what Joe was calling house rules, I'll be the lawyer for Joe, was actually him setting precedent.
Yeah.
We decided how this should work. Boom.
Yeah.
But to me, a house rule is like, all right, maximum hit points at first level. Boom. All right. You get that. Fighters got to start out with a suit of chainmail or better, or else you're worthless. So you get chainmail. I mean, that to me is a house rule. But setting precedent, that's just like any other, it's like the courts.
Mm.
Did it this way? We agree with it? All right.
Yeah.
Carries.
And precedent is, to me, like from a lawyer's perspective, your common law sets a precedent. You write it down, and you got a list of rules. So what it comes down to is all the different.
Look at you with the legal terminology.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sneaking it in there. Hey!
This is essentially precedent. This is
name.
it, right? This is every house rule I've ever had to do or ever wanted to do that my players wouldn't let me do. But question, I'm not sure, Meow, who you're asking, because I do like resource management. I think Joe Block likes resource management too.
I do.
I utilize resource management heavily.
I think it's an important aspect of the game, but
I don't know who that question's to or for, but I think there's a misunderstanding. And Tankar says light and time tracking leads to meaningful choices.
It does, but
it does.
And my next video is probably going to be about encumbrance because everybody, including myself, tends to hand wave that. And because nobody wants to turn into accounting 101.
Well, we did back in high school. I was counting every.
So was I.
Wait,
my God, my character
thing from the permanent character record sheet, and yeah, I was deep into it.
I've got my next video, which probably will get done tonight, up tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow at some point. It'll address certain, but again, anything that's on my channel these are optional rules. Okay, you use them or you don't. There's no hidden system.
No, surely you are gatekeeping. If people don't use your rules, you are gatekeeping against.
Oh, God damn it! I just did rules on surprise and explained it better. No,
I just spent 10 minutes last night dealing with the encumbrance because it's like, listen, you're going into this dungeon. And you know my old school feel and vibe. If you don't have it on your character sheet, it does not exist.
Right.
There's I have 5 grappling hooks back in my apartment. I would have brought one, surely. There's this fucking thing written down, yes or no? And then what is your speed? What is your movement rate? Because again, 5th edition core, right? I said, okay, and I'm using certain rule in 5th edition about your weight. Add up everything you have. Oh, or now to write down the weights, everything got. Now, how close are you to hitting the threshold that slows your ass down by 10 feet around? Right, and keep that in mind for when you loot shit. Now you want to hire more hirelings to carry more stuff, so you don't have to. You know what I mean? What's their
and it actually goes back to the earliest days of the game, because remember back when Gary was first doing this, he had a continually rotating group of characters.
Right.
Some characters would be there on Tuesday, but not Wednesday, and then others would be there Thursday, and then there'd be a constant mix, and they were all going into Castle Greyhawk at the time, which is why strict timekeeping must be kept.
Yeah.
But when you think about it this way, if you're down there and you kill a bunch of trolls or whatever, and they have they have chests full of silver pieces, and you're not able to carry all that out of the dungeon on Tuesday, that wealth is going to be sitting there on Wednesday. And the next group of characters that goes down there, if they happen to hit that same room, they're going to just find these chests full of silver. And then they're going to take some. So it really, the encumbrance in that respect makes a lot more sense when you tie it into the idea that Gary was expecting the game was going to be played by everybody the way it was played in Lake Geneva in his basement.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that I'm going to have people coming to me 6 days a week wanting to play, and they're all and every character is going to be coming in and out and in and out and in and out, and the dungeon has to be up to date based on what happened yesterday. it makes a lot more sense in that respect when the different characters were competing against each other for who could find the coolest stuff in the castle first.
Could you imagine the joy, the pleasure, and the stress of running a game 6 days a week?
I would.
I'd be in heaven and I'd be in hell at the same time.
No, you know what? When I am in a retirement home,
yeah,
that is what that's what happened. I'm going to be running a game, and they'll have all kinds of different players depending on who's in dialysis or not.
You gotta have the dice big so they can read it. Yeah. I think
you can do the same adventure multiple times. Don't worry.
And they won't know. They won't remember.
Yeah,
I hear.
Real quick to meow. I'm new to TTRPGs and really appreciate the help. I think I probably speak for everybody when I say that's why we do this. We don't do it to hear each other talk, So we're here to help out and pass along something that we enjoy and value to other people. So,
and you get 4 different perspectives. Okay,
yeah.
There's a lot of overlap. But everybody's lived a different experience. Everybody came into gaming slightly differently. I didn't start with basic. I started with AD&D. To me, basic was for babies. Why would it be called basic unless it was for babies?
I started with Beckme.
And then I started with Holmes.
Let's see. Yeah. Don?
What's that?
What did you start with?
Oh, geez. I started off with, I believe it was, let's see, December 1977. That would have been Holmes.
Yeah. Holmes for a summer, and then we went to AD&D.
So we all started in different ways, but now here I am, 58. I know the long hair kind of throws you off, but I at 58.
Thank you for inventing the electricity.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. But at 58, my appreciation for basic expert D&D,
ball busting, it happens on this show.
This is what happens in my gaming groups all the time. But honestly, that was a great picture. I was going to say, I'm so fool you would send me a signed framed version. I have to put on my shelf behind me. But
hey, it was somebody got a $25 super chat. Holy Christ! I don't know who it was, but whoever it was, awesome. Who got that? It wasn't me.
Not I.
You bastards! It wasn't me.
Not it.
I got the broke ass day drinkers in my channel. Nobody's giving me super chats.
They're all sleeping it off right now.
Sleeping it off, yeah. the drunk tank.
It might have been me. Let me double check.
It wasn't me.
You're the one I was talking about gaming, running games in the old personal, but it probably was you.
No, that was me. Primo. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
We eat tonight.
Yeah.
He'll have a fresh colostomy bag waiting for you at the old folks home.
I can afford my Manjuro.
Oh, probably not.
Oh God.
God.
Let's see, Aaron. I played with 2E, but started under an OG from the early days. Our first campaign was Temple. Very nice. Not a bad way to start, dude. Temple's not a bad way to start. I think that's excellent. And I think that sort of leads into our next topic of next week's video, which Joe recorded 3 years ago, which was it was something about what we can learn from old school adventures. Right, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, the learning, the old school adventures as learning opportunities.
Yeah. And so
mine's already done, but I did it like so long ago, I don't even remember.
I saw it today. Yeah. So I thought Holmes Base. I don't know what systems. I'm not sure with that comment there. I'll literally live with.
Oh no, we want to be counted as a grognard. You're in.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. And so that'll be the topic for next for Friday, guys. Is what we can learn from old adventures, old modules. Learning tools. So I think that Temple is one of the best. I would prefer if I had to throw down money and try to be objective, Joe. Because taking away from the Greyhawk aspect, best starting module setup, blah blah blah. T1 or keep on a Borderlands. What do you each think? I'm curious.
I'm
taking away the Greyhawk as best you can. I'm
going to go against the grain and say In Search of the Unknown.
Oh, why?
Because it's best for a new DM.
Okay.
Because the first half of that module is all here's how you play the game.
Yeah.
It's DMing tricks. It's just got tons of advice.
Keep had that as well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
but not like that.
A little bit later, I think.
And all right, so here, Joe,
Beyond
I'm going to throw
2-1.
you a ground ball, Joe Block. Why did B2 get written as when it did?
Because they
trivia?
wanted something. They wanted something else for the new basic set.
No,
No,
because they were already putting B1 into a basic set. They were going to,
Yeah.
but
B2 is
everybody
better
was
than
getting,
B1.
everybody was making money off the work they did. So they got a commission on it. And Gary saw how many basic sets were being sold, and
I did hear that. I did hear that.
all right.
That
So
sounds
Gary was
like
like, "I got to write an adventure, so I can make the money from the adventure, not just the rules."
Okay.
It sounds cynical, but it also sounds like it could very well be on point.
I believe because
I
that's,
wouldn't doubt it.
you know, listen,
I did read that. I did read that.
so that's listen. I think they're both. I think B1 and B2 are both good. I never had the standalone T1. My
Me either.
introduction to
Yeah.
T1.
I had so many of my own personal versions of the temple before T
Oh, okay.
came out.
But I really enjoyed running T1 to 4 because of the different factions, because of the different stuff, because of your party retreats and heals up, and it's already kind of telling you stuff moves on. The world, the dungeon is a living environment. So I ran that when it came. I must have run that like in 2 different groups in high school, and then I ran it in college as a 2E.
What do people think of Quest for the Hearthstone?
The what?
Oh, two with what now?
Quest for the Hearthstone.
The hell is that?
Yeah,
Let me pull the module number up.
I mean, the name is vaguely familiar, but you know what
Yes.
I have here, guys? Did you guys back this to Into the Borderlands? It's Keep on the Borderlands Into the Unknown. Did you back this thing or pick it up at least? It's the
Well,
first.
yeah, I own it. I got
Yeah,
it before they went
yeah.
out of print. All those the Goodman things went out of print.
Yeah,
It was XL1.
I'm gonna read that. I think for the video, take a look through it again.
So it's a BECME. It's a BECME module. It's XL1.
That
Oh.
explains. I wasn't ever a Beckme guy, so it
Yeah.
never was on my radar.
See, I was up to Companion. I did not like the last 2 releases for BECME. So
I mean, Beck. My experience with Beckme was borrowing the box sets from a friend because I was like, I'm not going to spend money on this, and then but I did have the Motivate box set because I got that at a discount store for like $3. They cut out the corner where either the UPC or the predecessor of the UPC, whatever they had to return, they had to cut off to show they destroyed it. So that's why I got it in the bargain basement. I was like, okay, that works. I was surprised that it wasn't the baby game that I thought it was.
You know, I never ran the Salt Marshes one. Robert Stanton is asking there. I know there were people. A lot of people love it. It was like their first, adventure basically. I never did it. I hear great things about it. I just never played it, man. I read through it, obviously.
Right. I ran U1 back in the day, but when there was a period of time when I was in my mid to late teenagers. We did what I would call now episodic adventuring. When I ran stuff, it means that the adventures weren't really linked to another.
Yeah.
They took place. They took place in Greyhawk, but hey, I got an adventure and it's the right level.
Yep.
I'm gonna take my hammer and shove this pig into the hole. It'll work.
Well, there was also the mindset back then that this is where the adventure is.
Yes.
So, shut up and go into the hole in the ground.
What it came down to
tonight. Don't argue.
Here's the thing. I made $9 or $10 on my paper route that week, and I hit Walden Books, and this was the module they had. I bought it. We are playing it. I don't give a shit what you think about it. All my paper route earnings went towards this. You can't take a detour. We're playing it. That's what it came down to.
The other adventure that I used multiple times, well, aside from N1, the 0 level adventure, but I was at the Halls of Evening Star that took place in Forgotten Realms. I used that in like Greyhawk. It was a town with attached adventuring areas. It was usually enough for me to get 2 or 3 sessions of adventuring in before my party wanted to know more about the world.
Oh.
And back then, that was a bargain. So I used that in multiple groups.
I have an announcement to make. Joe Block has officially beaten Eric and viewers. 59 for Joe, 55 for Eric.
Whoa!
12 right here. And you have doubled your count there, Don, to 2. So
Holy shit.
On in the house.
Yeah, it's the first time I think, Joe, that you've beaten Eric, the king of live streams here, man. I've never seen that before. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's got to happen some way, somehow.
Someone else got a super chat there.
So let me just give a shout out to Soul
Robert. Thank you.
If you're still watching, and if you're still making posts and we're not seeing them, seek help.
Is he still doing that?
No, he's actually not. But all
right.
But I just wanted to get another jab in.
Hardy Cross, is that the question that was you left on the video? I haven't got a chance to answer all of them, but when you have an encounter and enemies win the initiative, I think they win the initiative or they won surprise, because surprise gives 1 round of actions in VX. And they do not roll on the immediate attack or flee options for reaction rolls. Reaction generally happens before you're going to do initiative. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's when, and maybe they're predisposed to the players. Maybe they're not. And you're going to adjust that reaction roll based upon the player's actions. If they have sheathed weapons and they're like, oh, hello, Kimosabi. It's one thing if they are coming out there with the dwarf biting his shield as he's getting his axe ready, it's going to adjust in a different direction. But again, Robert, thank you so much. Robert gave me $5. Supporter. Yeah. I am failing. I am failing to Joe Block.
You are.
In all ways.
Chats and views, man. But dude, Joe's growing like you're growing like fucking gangbusters, Eric. You're gonna hit 10K soon, man.
Your strategy of posting 5 videos a day is
all right. Listen, I'll tell you,
like a motherfucker, and you grow.
Listen, I do 1 long form video a day, 10 to 20 minutes. I think longer than I intend, but I riff off my own scripts because I can't shut up. I do 4 shorts a day, and I do all these live streams. Like what, 4, 5, 6.
Right. So you're posting like a zillion times a day, and you're getting a lot of subs. So go figure.
Today, I will say today is 49 subscribers. So thank you so far.
It's insane, dude. It's fucking insane.
It is.
Well, it was 108 like 2 days ago. So
at some point very, very soon, you're going to pass me, and and on that day, I shall mourn.
Wait, are you going to tip out your Coors Light?
Dude, all of us though.
If you got a bottle of mead in the fridge, all
right.
Here's the weird thing is that no matter where we are, we're still low ball players here. You know what I mean?
That's why it's so fun to
Right. Listen, I am never going to be
especially DM. The rest of us is,
I'm never going to be Professor DM. I don't. And listen, I like Dan. I like his approach. But I just like Joe is going to be Joe, and Joe is going to be Joe, and Don's going to be Don. I'm always going to be me. We're not going to. We're not going to change.
Yeah.
Okay. And my drive is to share and be part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
My drive isn't money. It helps. Don't get me wrong. It gives us options. When you can tell your wife, I'm doing this stuff, and it's not going to cost us money.
Yeah.
It's a bonus.
But no, I really do appreciate the support. And if you're going to be at TotalCon, we're all going to be at TotalCon next month.
You're going to be there, Don?
Yeah. I'm a special guest.
Ooh.
I'm just a poor media guest.
I'm just special needs, so I'm just going to. God.
He'll be coming up in a short yellow bus.
What? Yeah. I'm just showing up at the bar. You'll find me at the bar on Saturday at some point. That's pretty much what it's going to be. There.
You'll find me at the bar just about every day.
Yeah, Ryan. None of us really want to whore ourselves for the algorithm. I mean, I'm sure we've all been accused. We've all been accused of you put out clickbait titles. My titles aren't clickbait. I make a point of not doing clickbait titles. You're going to see what's on the tin. I may phrase it differently, but there are channels that are clickbait, and they admit to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name them because some of them are.
Well, there's a huge influx of channels now, and they're gaining massive traction, and their entire video is AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
supposedly YouTube's trying to
yes
tamp that down, but
yeah, but hey, listen, if you're doing shorts, YouTube gives you all these AI enhanced things to do your shorts with.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm in a YouTube training mentorship thing.
I'm in the same one, yeah.
Right, and I saw that, and I was like, yeah, not interested. Although I do appreciate my blanket and my cooler and my sweatshirt that I've earned. But,
I didn't get a blanket or a sweatshirt or a cooler.
Yeah, man.
I didn't get any of that crap.
I didn't get shit. I should join up for just a free swag here.
Yeah, really.
What we got going on here? We got shirts.
I want a YouTube blanket.
Yeah, man.
I'll wear it.
I use the cooler, the Poconos.
You got to give me if I'm getting a free blanket for taking a bullshit class, I'll take it, dude. What is this? Give me a link.
Hold on. Well, you don't do shorts, right? I mean, this is kind of.
He gets the swag.
I've stopped doing shorts because I hate doing them. Number one, even though they're automated and AI created by the app you guys showed me. Number two, I just don't like. Yeah, Clipcode. I don't like the whole. I mean, I'm not even making a stand here. I hate what shorts are doing to people's brains. I hate the whole concept of like brain rot, right? And the other thing is, I don't think I come across well in shorts anyway. I talk for fucking an hour.
I think they cater to people's attention spans.
Joe, that's not at all. You don't come well across ever.
Well, you got to listen to the whole thing.
It's just general.
You listen to the whole thing.
You
can't clip a soundbite out of an hour. You know, I mean, it's just
you get 8 sound bites out of an hour. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I just hate it.
It really does help the channel, though.
I know, but you know, the thing is, I did 50. I get 18 subs out of them. That's like, what the hell? What is it? You know, it didn't make sense for me. So
mine, it's. I mean, that's why I'm almost at 12,000. It's really helping.
Yeah.
And you know, Eric is just
like
rocket to Mars.
Like I say, dude, we're all different. We're all out of personalities, and none of us. Here's the thing: every big YouTuber who, you know, like you talk with these like Geeks and Gamers or someone like that, or Nerdrotic or the Critical Drinker, they plugged along for 5, 6, 8, 10 years with just 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden they drop a video that got them 100 grand subs.
Well, also
it hit. You know,
COVID helped.
COVID helped a lot
of those channels got really big 5 years ago.
Yes, yeah, they really did.
That's
a lot of people home, and I mean, it's like they had. I remember a Critical Drinker was talking about it. He goes, "What caused you to blow up to 3? You know, and it was like 3 million people, whatever he has on his subgroup or whatever it is." And he says, or a couple of million at least. And he says, I was plugging on for like 8 years, and one night I was drunk and did a YouTube live stream or a video or something, and he was drunk and criticizing some movie. And it just blew the fuck up on the entire internet, right? And it just went crazy. Next thing you know, he's the fucking Critical Drinker. And he's like living off $1 million a year or month proceeds on this shit or whatever it is.
Oh, I guarantee you he's not getting that much from YouTube. But I agree. I love Critical Drinker too.
Yeah.
He's hilarious and he's insightful. And, you know, it's...
But Give away now.
What's that?
Give away now.
I love it. I love it.
There's also a subset of YouTube channels that are dedicated to promoting a specific politically tinged angle of critique in popular culture.
I don't want to be that.
And he's part of that, and successfully. And I don't mind it. I don't begrudge it.
He's entertaining when he does it.
He's very entertaining. Doomcock is the same way. I think Doomcock is.
I stopped watching him because he takes 10 minutes to get into the video, talks for 2 minutes, and then 5 more minutes to get out of the video. I'm like, Jesus, just get to the fucking point, dude.
You know, I skipped to about the 1 minute 10 mark, and that's when it actually starts.
That's when it starts, where all his nonsense goes away. Yeah, I kind of
But it's
stopped
fun.
watching.
I still enjoy him.
He's entertaining. He's
Right.
entertaining. He's definitely is. Yeah, yeah.
And the beauty of his model is he only had to film all that, you know, of him moving around with a mask on, like once, and now he has to clip it in with a voiceover.
Yeah, he has random hand movements that don't match what he's saying. You notice? One of it matches. It's like my fire pit show.
It's a brilliant thing.
Well, back in my early fire pit show
he
days,
does a live stream from his car, so you actually get to see him.
Yeah. In my early fire pit show, what I did was I looped a video of my brother's backyard fire for 10 minutes on a loop, and then I recorded audio and laid it over it, and there's the fire pit. But now I do a live with the iPad and aim it at it. Once it gets warmer, we'll hit some more there, you know. But,
and then you have what's his name from South America? Why am I?
Pundit, yeah.
On the RPG Pundit, where he just has a static shot of his books
from his phone or something.
It's just a static shot, and he just talks for half an hour.
Well,
and I was like,
the first 10 minutes is pimping his own shit, and then he gets into the fucking video.
Yeah, you know? It was funny because I did a live stream with him, and I don't think I've ever seen your face. Because it was him. It was actually him on the live.
Yeah,
it was just like, wow.
He rarely does it. He rarely shows his face. Yeah, usually it's just sitting and talking. He's always in a coat. He's like, turn the heat on, dude. Take your fucking coat off. What the hell's going on?
But it's just weird to just like see this static shot of a book, and occasionally a cat tail will move.
Knocks it over as they do. Yeah. Oh man, but guys, 10:30. We want to go on, or I know we usually do an hour and a half here.
I'm exhausted, but if we have anything else to talk about, I'll be.
I think we kind of killed.
You've actually stifled several yawns, Joe.
I have not got I have not gotten a lot of sleep since Wednesday.
Probably not.
Yeah, I can imagine. Good time though.
No sleep to Brooklyn.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. It's been a blast.
Oh my God, they're actually plowing my street for the first time.
Wow.
Oh, geez, don't get spoiled.
Yeah, I know. My tax dollars at work here. So anyway, go on, Joe. Sorry,
I'm just saying. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. It's been a good time. Next week's video is early adventures. This is the last time we're going to be with Don. So just
thank you for having me.
Joining us.
Don, it's been great having you on these live streams. You are easily replaced.
Yeah. But we'll have 2 more videos with Don, collaborations, the next 2 Fridays of the month. Mm-hmm. All right, and the next one coming up is all about the early adventure modules and how they're good learning tools.
Yep.
So
again, I'm gonna throw it out again. I've already said it twice. Subscribe to all of these channels.
Please, if you click the subscribe button, you'll be able to do it.
And don't forget, my Kickstarter is happening right now. Go to kickstarter.brwgames.com. It's my last Adventures Dark and Deep book for a long, long time. More classes, necromancers, witches. It's got alchemy. It's got all kinds of optional rules.
Cool.
Get it. It'll help your game.
More Joe Block on Wednesday night.
Yes, your show. That's right. Yeah.
And all right, guys. We're all going to TotalCon, right? Anybody have anything before then?
No.
Good.
No.
Alrighty.
I'll be well rested and healthy.
Awesome. All righty.
Thanks,
everyone.